Okay. Boom. One of these days I'm going to have a better setup for this. There we go. I need to get 2 stands. Let me move that up a little bit. Let's see what we got. All right. What's up, guys? Happy New Year to everyone. Make sure we get this positioned right. Turn that down a little bit. That does seem to help. Let me turn that up just a smidgen. All right. So good seeing everyone again. How are things? We're going to actually move this just a little bit that way. Okay. Perfect. All right. What's up, guys? We're starting a little bit earlier, as I usually do, because I get impatient and I need to set this up. So I'm not using any fancy software. We're going for my phone, so you always see that intro. It's a little weird when we start, but got to make sure it's right. All right, let's go back. Let's take a look. It's awesome. See a number of new badges, so that's really cool. Thank you guys for continuing to do that. Those who are in here who are members, make sure you have filled out the Google form for this month's giveaway for members. Just a reminder to that. And actually, I have moved the last day. So I was going to make it noon today, but I decided to move it till tomorrow. I probably won't do that again in the future, but this is like the first time. So I wanted to give people a chance during the live stream, if they're not already channel partners, to be able to do that and then participate in the drawing. So what's up, Tim? How's it going? And I see a lot of people in here, so it would be difficult to say hello to everyone. So thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. It's always fun. Let me let's see what happens if I move. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. Sort of in the middle. How's it going? So for the record, oh, I should probably make sure I do that. There is still going to be a giveaway today. What we are going to do, though, probably for a little while, is we're just going to do the standard giveaway for just having a stream, and then one more for when we hit, what did we say, 200 viewers? And then if we happen to hit 500 viewers, we'll do a third one. So let me go ahead and post the Google form. Why are there no more things? Give me 1 second. I think my chat froze. That is one of my things for the 2024. We are going to get a very nice live stream setup. So I actually ordered a really nice computer, like the most expensive computer I've ever bought by far. It's a laptop, 48 gigs of RAM, a super high quality GPU, 2 terabyte solid state drive. I actually had it running. It was amazing, and something went wrong and the hinge was all broken. So I had to send it back. They're doing repairs. They're sending me a new one now. But once I get that set up, I'm going to be probably doing from the laptop instead of my phone. So it'll be a little bit more polished. So that'll be fun. So the giveaway for today, right? So for the stream, you can start filling out the Google form, which I just pinned in the chat, and that drawing will start at 9:45. So you got to have that in before then. But as far as winning as being a channel partner, that is already present. You just have to go to the community section of the channel, and you'll see a post that's only for members, and you can fill it out there. Now, when I check it, I'm going to check to make sure that we don't have repeat names. And then when I do the drawings, I'll make sure those are actually channel members. So just enter one time, basically. But yeah, you can do both of those, and there you have a couple different chances to win. Did you ever run the Roxxon Phantom through the Scissor Gauntlet? I did. It performed incredibly well. I don't remember the exact number. Here's the thing, though, and this is true for the Nextool and for the Roxxon. Because of the softer steel, they will dull faster. So they start out really, really strong, and as long as you keep them sharp, they're going to continue to perform very well. I do think Roxxon uses a 5CR instead of a 3CR, so they tend to last a little bit longer on edge retention, so that's pretty good. But they perform very well. They're monstrous scissors, though. It seems like an unfair task in some ways. They're not like a client. They're not like this. Like when we did the scissor gauntlet test and we tested these Klein electrician shears. I wanted to test the lighting on this. Hold on a second. I want to show you something. Oh yeah, that's better. So you can definitely get some decent. Angle that down a little bit. So yeah, so these electrician shears, they absolutely killed it. I think they got a 19 out of 20. It was insane. These are cheap, made in the United States. Awesome. Turn that off. I'm glad you got the crunch. That's awesome. That's going to end up being incredibly valuable over the next couple of years. Some people live by that thing, and they're struggling to find some. I mean, I've already seen prices are almost $300 now. It's pretty insane. Pretty insane. Well, thanks for everyone for coming in. It's good to see you, Tim. Hope everyone had a wonderful holiday season and a great new year. It was a very warm New Year's, at least on the East Coast. It was crazy. I was like, what is it? For Christmas, I think we were in Pittsburgh for Christmas, and it had to be 59 degrees out. It was insane. It was ridiculous. So do you have to be a member to be included in the drawing? For the one that you have linked in the chat, no, you do not have to be a member to participate in the stream giveaway. The stream giveaway is always available for anyone, regardless of whether you are a channel partner or not. If you want to have a chance to win the, like for instance, we're doing Skeletools for 3 winners this month, that you do have to be a channel partner for. It's like an extra bonus to incentivize people to stay on. And I want to, to generate as much value as possible so that people know that they're getting something out of it. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, and by the way, just a reminder, all of these giveaways are international. Send stuff all over the place. A couple, what was it when we first started? I think I had a couple really cool places that I sent for the first time. Greenland was one of them. And I still find that just on my bucket list, check off that. That's just so cool to me. I just think that's so cool. I get a bunch of stuff we sent to Canada. By the way, of all the places to send stuff, Canada is the worst. Can I just say, their border security, like, they steal everything. Like, we've had 2 packages now where they called them gravity knives and they didn't get there. So I'm gonna have to find some other way. I have to check if I took one of them apart completely, and I think that got through. I'm hoping if that's the case, like from now on, if it goes to Canada and it's a knife, I'm just disassembling that bad boy in separate pieces. No more of that. It's crazy. Oh, yeah. That was dumb. But like, that one should have been easy. So Kev was saying that I actually worked on a custom Victorinox for him, and I sent it to Canada, and they took it, which doesn't make sense because like that one's completely legal, right? That's 100% legal in Canada. So yeah, it sucks. And I think that time though, I wasn't saying priority flat rate. And so from now, I always send priority flat rate. But what's weird is they should not have confiscated the one that just happened. They should have sent it back. They should have sent it back because I checked the box that says send it back if it can't be delivered or whatever. It's not enough. So someone said maybe you can over tighten the pivot. I've tried that. It could work, but it's not a guarantee. But if I disassemble the knife, it will be a pain for the person to reassemble it. But if I disassemble it, there's no chance of them arguing, oh, it's a gravity knife, because good luck trying to get them to put it back together, right? Like, it's just knife parts at that point. Yeah, that never works. Like, put it this way, if they steal a Swiss Army knife, then nothing's going to get through. Like, it's just stupid. Yeah. I'm still going to keep trying, though. I'm going to keep trying. If I will attempt it, whatever it happens to be. They consider, what do they consider a gravity knife? As far as I know, anything that you can, like, throw open. So if it doesn't have, like, a lock on it, so if it doesn't have, like, a lock on it, like, to hold the blade in, they're going to find a way, basically. That's what it comes down to. So send the knife. Okay, so if I were to send the handle in one package and the knife in another, that would be a $60 send, right? Like, that would be really expensive. And I'm all about, some amount of that, but there's a limit to what I'm willing to do. That's just a lot. I would rather, if it's going to Canada, find an alternative prize that doesn't get caught. And unfortunately, that means no knives, but like, make it work kind of thing. By the way, can we talk about gravity knives for a second? I just got a couple from, and I'm gonna post a video on it next week. I got a couple from Daily Carry Co. Some actual gravity knives, like illegal here gravity knives. I don't get it. What's the big deal? Like, they're not faster than a proper knife. They're not easier to hold on to. Like, if you are not careful, or if you're like trying to open one, like, just because something's happening, good luck. Good luck. I don't understand how that can be considered dangerous. It is the silliest thing ever. Nothing is faster, by the way, than an Emerson wave opening knife. Like, and that's true with automatics as well. Like, no automatic is faster. Maybe a side button, like a deadlock, could be arguable, but I mean, that's pretty much it. Happy New Year's, guys. Good seeing everyone. So as far as I can tell, anything that we would consider a normal knife is a gravity knife as far as they're concerned. Pretty much anything that can be dropped, that can be flicked open by like throwing it really hard. You know what I'm talking about. Like almost any knife with a good action can be flicked open if you know what you're doing. And if they can do it, then that's basically what happens. I don't know about fixed blades. I don't know what their rules are. Let me put it this way, like, it's funny because there's a whole bunch of population in Canada that are dependent on knives in general and firearms and just being self-sufficient. Yeah, it's weird. And I would have guessed that the UK is getting worse too. From all the things that I've seen, the control on the way people can talk, I think they have a bigger problem coming up, unfortunately. Have you found a real squirt PS4 competitor? The best I found is the Nextool Mini Sailor. That's the closest I've gotten. But the problem is the Mini Sailor weighs more than the Squirt did. But it's pretty good. And actually, I think I like the tool set better. Funny enough. So I like the tool set better, but it weighs a little bit more. Like they have things in there that don't need to be there. Like there's some bolster area that is metal that could be plastic, which would reduce the weight. They could drill some holes that would reduce the weight even further. I've discussed with them about making a bladeless version. So I've talked to the engineers there, and hopefully they will make what I suggested, which is a ultralight version with no blade and no can opener section. And that would be even lighter, like close to that 2 ounce mark, which is what the weight of like 2.5 ounces was, like the weight of the Squirt. That would be amazing. Don't buy a Micra, guys. Don't buy the Leatherman Micra. It's a terrible tool. The scissors don't even cut well. Like they don't. Like the scissors on the Nextool Mini Sailor, the small internal scissors, cut better than any Micra scissor I've ever had. Like, and I have 6 of them, or had 6 of them. They all cut pretty badly. And something happened, I think, between 1999 and now. Like I recently did an unboxing of an older one, and it cut pretty well. They've only gotten worse. So I would not recommend buying a Micra. They are absolutely not a good tool. Like everything on the inside, all the small tools are great, but the scissors are absolute garbage. So they want an update on the GOAT tool. So I have actually a GOAT tool on the table right here. So for a while, this was one of my holster tools. This was the tool that, here, let me turn this on. This was a holster tool that I really enjoyed. There are some fundamental design issues with this that make it a difficult prospect long-term for me. And they basically swirl around the locking mechanism. Every time you rotate the locking mechanism, it rotates the pivot, which if the screws are too tight or if the screws are tightened down, but it's complicated. Basically the screw, you'll notice the screw rotates up here every time you open the lock. So if there's not a certain amount of Loctite and it's at a very specific tightness, it can be a little finicky. This has one of the coolest systems ever made. I think that this has long-term potential that we're all going to start seeing, but it just takes time because the GOAT tool platform, like what they have designed, the tool sets and some of the different things is really, really well done. But there's one issue with the cutters on here. There's not enough relief edge, so it doesn't really cut things particularly clean. That's one aspect that needs to be improved on. And then the other thing is the locking mechanism. Could use a couple of minor changes. Hopefully they can work out the kinks. But the beautiful thing about having a modular system is when they do, they will be able to back modify all the tools. So they'll offer like an upgrade kit. You know what I mean? They can do that, and that's something that Leatherman has no chance of doing, which is huge. Huge. So I think the goat tool has a lot of potential long term. I still think it's a really cool thing. I don't think it's for everyone, but it's great. Of all the weird off-brand multi-tools, I have a lot of hope that the goat tool will be big. I do. I do think that the concept is a proof of concept that is really big in the marketplace. I think there's a lot of chances. Are you into cars? Not really. And here's the thing. The car I just purchased is the first car in my life that I have chosen myself. The first car. Every other car, we just did it because, you know, we needed to have something to drive. And I just got a Toyota Tacoma, and I love it. I am in love with this vehicle. I'm going to be doing a whole lot of modifications to it in the future. I want to go to Georgia Bushcraft. I want to have an overland setup. I want to set up kits for spontaneous adventures. I talked a little bit about that. I want to get back into fishing. I want to do some camping trips. When I say modify, I don't mean fancy looks or upgrades to engines. I just mean abilities to do more cool things. That's absolutely going to happen. We're going to be doing upgrade videos. We're going to be showing how I've changed it. I got to do that video at some point. I need to finish up a couple things. I love my Tacoma. I got a 2023, and here's the crazy thing. The newer models don't have a V6 anymore. So you can't get a V6 all-wheel drive anymore. You have to get a 4-cylinder turbo. So that's kind of silly, I think. Like the torque on it's not ideal, but the torque on the 6-cylinder is so much better. Castle Knight, welcome. Thank you for joining as a channel partner. Appreciate it. Don't forget to go over to the community section and find the Google Doc so you can go and get a chance to win those Skeletool, all right? I like Toyota the brand, but Toyota the dealerships, I was lucky. Where I was, I didn't get hassled, and it was a relatively painless process. But I've heard some horror stories of the last year or two. But, I mean, as a brand, it's super reliable. The resale value on a Toyota Tacoma is insane. Budget flashlight recommendations. I mean, got to be more specific. I'm happy to give you whatever you need. In fact, I was going to be doing... I did a whole bunch of top 10 videos on flashlights, by the way. I did one on flashlights under 40. I did one for keychain flashlights. So check those out. Those are great videos, and they're still relevant. But I'm going to be doing a follow-up because I just saw a article by Field and Stream showcasing like what they consider like great flashlights, and it was the crappiest list I've ever seen. It was terrible. It was a terrible list. And can I just say, where is it? Is it in there? It is. Okay. And I put it back in the box, but why does this have 29,000 5-star ratings? Okay, this is what they said the best flashlight under 50 was. This is not a good flashlight. I will be doing a video on that. Just trust me. No, I don't understand. Don't get it. Don't get it. It's what it's all about. So when streamers support each other, first of all, it makes doing your job easier, knowing that you're not fighting with others, like rather that you're working collaboratively together. And I will tell you, this is sort of a little hint about YouTube. Unless you are participating in news, sports, or entertainment, and when I say entertainment, I'm talking video, music and video, you are competing with those three. They consist of like 60 to 70% of all of the content on YouTube. So your genre is not, within your genre, you're not competing with each other. you're actually working with each other to expand your market share. And so it is your financial best interest to support people within your community. It actually is good for business, truthfully. So sharing information, being transparent, helping them figure out their way. If you care about money, the best thing you can do is help people in your genre to work together. I'm telling you right now, because you get paid more per 1,000 views from the people who pay for ads. So yeah, I mean, that's the thing. And I think it's just, this is one of those things where like someone saw this in a store and compared to what was on the shelf, it was like so much better, right? But like, I could not be less impressed by the MicroStream USB. First of all, it's micro USB, which sucks. It's IPX4, which sucks. It has a terrible button. It has a proprietary battery. Yeah, it's just not good. I can keep going, but no. So it's still going. So George Mitchell says, when was the partner golf for the Skeletool? It's still going right now. So I actually moved it to close on at noon tomorrow, noon Eastern Standard Time on the 4th. So that's tomorrow. So you can participate still if you haven't yet already done that. So your MicroStream has a C charger? Then why did they send me this? When I ordered it on Amazon, I got one that had a mini USB. So, is it a MacroStream? Because the MacroStream, I believe, has a Type-C. The MacroStream is like the bigger one. If not, I may have to go make sure I get the right one. So before I put my foot in my mouth. But even the new one, I know for a fact, is still IPX4. And I'm sorry, no one should ever own a flashlight that's IPX4. In fact, you shouldn't own any flashlight under IPX6. Yeah, the ArcField Pro has been sick. Let's see, what do I have right now? Oh, you want to know what surprised me the most? I finally found a Fenix flashlight that I absolutely adore. Like this flashlight, let me turn this on. This flashlight from Fenix. Let me see if I can center this here. There you go. It's not the greatest view. This is the LD12R. Dude, this thing is crazy. I was like 600 lumens. I mean, it's very, very bright. But the fact that it has a side lamp, it's IP68, which is the best you can get. And it has like a hidden waterproof Type-C charging port right here. Like with this little cool magnetic clip that lets it rotate. Like this is a really good flashlight. And it uses 14500 or AA. Like this thing is actually really, really good. I was surprised at how much I like this light. I do absolutely love the Warrior Nano though. I get mixed feelings about the Nano. The thing is it uses an 18350 versus the 16340. And believe it or not, the Baton 4, this thing right here, is actually a brighter flashlight than the Warrior Nano. Isn't that weird? Like, this thing is ridiculous. Yeah, it's insane. All right, hold on a second. Let me show you the Nano. Oh, that is not a good sound. All right, so look at the difference in size between the Nano and the Baton 4. See if I can get the focus here. There we go. Like, it's a pretty substantial difference, and this is a brighter flashlight than this one is. Pretty crazy. It's not just that it's like you can have lower lumens and have a brighter flashlight, but the candela rating is actually lower than the candela rating of the Baton 4. So yeah, there you go. Well, it's not the gold plate, it's the silver one. It's the 100K. It's the 100K. Yeah, pretty sweet. I'm still in shock that it's even a thing. It's pretty amazing. And thank you guys for that. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, the Baton 4 is amazing. Like, if I could just take, wow, man, it's tough. I have a video coming out on my like actual everyday carry over the last year, and it's a lot of stuff. I will warn you guys, tomorrow's video is like 35 minutes long because I'm covering everything. It was like wallets, key organizers, flashlights, fixed blades, folding knives, multi-tools, like everything. So even watches. So it's long, but it's a lot of stuff. And yeah, Olight features heavily. I mean, it's not like everyone thinks I'm, you know, kind of simping for them. It's not the case. I was a huge Olight fan prior to working with them. And I was actually, this is a little embarrassing, I was yellow platinum, yellow diamond, sorry, yellow diamond prior to starting to work with them. So put that in perspective. So, I mean, I've always liked their products, and I think they're ready to take over the world here. Favorite watch from 2023? Well, I mean, I wear the same watch every day. It's the best watch I've ever worn. It's the best watch I've ever owned. This is it. I talk about it in my video, tomorrow. This is a lineage line. I don't know the exact name. This thing is tough solar. It is titanium case, sapphire crystal, super light, multiband 6, 5 alarms, and it has a backlight. See if it shows up. I mean, it's just amazing. I love this watch. So this is like all the features of like your G-Shock, but just not. Oh, by the way, if you want like a more budget-centric version, this is what I took to Italy. And it's got all the features except multiband 6. It's even got solar. And it's like the orange one is about $30-ish. Excellent flashlight. I'm sorry, excellent watch. I'm good, man. What's up, Samuel? If you guys don't know, EDC in North Carolina, awesome channel. Love new people coming into with new perspectives. You got to go check out his work. So, thanks for stopping in, man. How you doing? All right, thank you guys for coming in. I see some people that are returning. It's always great to see the same names. I love, you know, touching base again, making sure everyone's doing well. Happy New Year's once again to everyone. Now, it's been a pretty crazy ride in 2023. Yeah, I like smartwatches, but I don't like charging smartwatches. So until they can figure out a battery solution, I'm not really into it. I do have a Garmin Instinct Solar 2 that I need to get recharged because it actually, when it's in just watch mode, is able to actually charge itself completely. Sean A. gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much. They're all going to be really thankful because they'll be able to participate in this month's giveaway. So thank you, Sean. Appreciated. Yeah, I'm not a huge exerciser, I will be honest with you. But even if I did, I purposefully don't want to know my stats. I want to focus on like me in the now. I don't want to get crazy about, oh, trying to do this. I want to see how I want to determine how I feel And unless I'm feeling like there's something really wrong, I mean, I don't really need it. The Garmin does a lot of that functionality. And we initially bought one because we wanted something with a pulse ox, and it's pretty accurate. And during COVID, that was a good indicator of whether you needed to go to the hospital. So when things were really bad with the early strains that were really scary, we wanted to make sure that we knew when it was time to go to the hospital if we got sick. So that was why we initially got it. And it was great. It gave some peace of mind, for sure. What is your favorite titanium item? Single? I don't know if I could pick one. I mean, come on. That doesn't seem fair. I mean, the watch is, if I only could pick one, it would be the watch. This watch right here is the watch. I would absolutely choose it for titanium. Or the key organizer. I think the other one is the key organizer. I talked about this quite a bit. This is the U4 Pro. They actually just came out with a new model, in fact. Really good. Really good. Yeah, I have a Seiko. I have a Seiko that I got was a gift. It's cool because it has Arabic numerals because it was bought in Saudi Arabia. And I don't wear them often. I'm not one of those people that gets enthralled with the mechanical movements. I watch a ton of watch content. No, literally, like I watch Nico and I watch all those guys, the Mad Watch Collector and Eddie Balthazar, and I watch all these guys because I love their content. I love the way they present things. It's amazing. Like they do such a good job, but I probably will never buy an expensive watch. The only one that really got me interested that's really expensive, there is a model by Omega that's actually a digital slash, like it's a digital quartz movement, but it's their Mars watch, and it's specifically designed to be a watch that you could use if you lived on Mars. It's cool. It's really cool. And they're like 6K, I think. I've considered it. That would be cool. I mean, there's some great watch channels out there. My goodness. Ben's Watch Club. Oh, that's another one. That's actually where I saw this watch. That's what got me hooked on this thing. So Ben's Watch Club is phenomenal. Really good, and he has a lot of value-centric picks. So many good ones. Any suggestions for a Marlin Spike knife? The only good one that I know of that's a reasonable price, because like the one from Spyderco is like $400. The Marlin Spike knife, there's one that is made by Victorinox. I think you can only get it on their website though. But you can get one that has a Marlin Spike and a one-handed blade with a serrated edge. It's really good. Yeah, no, I've watched too many bad reviews on the Swatch Omega collaboration. Yeah, I'm not into it. They look phenomenal, to be fair. I don't know the exact model, Vapethoven, but tomorrow's video will have a link directly to it. It's currently running about $180. When you think about that, $180 for a titanium bracelet, titanium case, sapphire crystal lens, and all those features, very good. You might have to wait though, because I'm pretty sure even if you're ordering it on Amazon, it's still imported from Japan, so it takes like a week or so. What's your favorite fixed blade? This is going to be great. You guys are going to get a lot of answers to this stuff tomorrow in my EDC video. But I think the one that I use the most is this one. I've talked about it before. This is the SE Zancudo. This is a knife you never have to worry about. It's 3 inches of blade. Excellent grip on this one. I'm one of those people that I like large folding knives and small fixed blades. I think that that's a good combination. And then everything else gets filled in with the utility of a multi-tool, pretty much. Yep, 2024, here we go. Yeah, the Speedmaster is nice. And the only mechanical watch I ever craved or ever wanted, it's not that I can't find that exact model. It's because the one I wanted was owned by somebody who is not with us, and I don't have access to it. And I don't know where it is. That's the only one I've ever wanted. And I don't think it's not just having one, you know what I'm saying? It's that one. So if you get gifted one of these, or I get it. It has truly emotional value. And, but other than that, I cannot think of and I've looked at them all, and I'm talking about the Patek Philippe and the APK and I've looked at everything up to the $600,000 watches, and not a single one has really like, oh, I must have that. Or even I'd kill to have that. No, nothing. No interest. I only ever wanted the one watch that, you know, I can't have, right? So yeah, I mean, O-Knife, see, Olight's so smart. They contract where this stuff gets made. So O-Knife is made by Kaiser. Like, all the knives are made by Kaiser, which is why they're so good. Like, Kaiser makes excellent knives. And so, yeah, you're going to get great stuff from O-Knife and Olight. And they have a great warranty, too. Like, their customer service has gotten better and better. I keep getting people telling me how great their customer service is. So they've definitely improved. So Texas Tool Crib, so Ben from Texas Tool Crib, where has he been? He is very busy. So YouTube is not his primary job, okay? And he's just really busy, and he's definitely going to get around. I talk with him every once in a while, and when he gets around to sitting down and wanting to do like multi-tool videos, I'm just going to send him a huge box, because his perspective is so unique. He is a true user on a daily basis in a method that I think his opinion is very relevant to multi-tools. So I'm hoping he gets around to doing more. He's essential. I think that it's good to have people who are in the trades having an opinion voiced about multi-tools, because right now it's not pretty much anyone. It's not me. I don't see it much, right? Like, I don't know any big YouTuber that's in the trades talking about multi-tools. Like, he's it, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, we know what the funny thing, though, is the new cold steel knives, as far as work knives are concerned, are actually a really bad value, which is so weird. Like, if you go buy a Voyager right now, it's like sub $60, right? And that's in AUS 10. If you want to buy one of the newer models, they're like in German 4116 steel, which is really soft, and they're like $60. And their AUS 10 versions are like $90. It makes no sense. Get a Air Lite. They're still cheap, under 60. They're amazing knives, both for work and just because they're so thin, they're really convenient to carry. What's go-to EDC flashlight these days? I pretty much exclusively use either the Arcfeld Pro or the Arc Flex right now. And that's because I'm in the shop and there's just all these like little corners, like I'm inside drawers and I have one light and it's just like, I can't see and I need light. So I end up wearing something so I can see, and the Arc Flex is perfect for this. But as I will state tomorrow, I have a little furry friend who's in from the cold. He's somewhere in here. And I've seen indications of his movements with the UV like laser or UV light from the Arc Flex, or Arcfeld Pro. And as soon as I can figure out where he is, I'll get him out of here. But yeah, that's exactly what I was using it for. Yeah, and it works. Yeah, millwright. Thank you. He's a millwright. He does everything though. Like, you got to understand that he's a millwright, but he does like so many different things. Not just a millwright. That's one of many things he does. Like, he is a really versatile person, and he is a true believer in multi-tools, and a lot of people in the trades are not believers in multi-tools, right? So I think his perspective is particularly unique. I wish he would, you know, I wish he would do a little bit more because I get value from his content. I do. Yeah, it's called the Cold Steel Air Lite. Where would that be? Yeah, it's either here. I need a flashlight because I can't see anything over here. Ah, here it is. Glad I looked. All right, so Cold Steel Air Lite. This thing is incredible. So first of all, look at how thin this knife is. Okay, see if you can see that. There you go. That knife is thin. And this thing is actually ridiculous. First of all, it comes in tanto or this drop point. It has a 90-degree spine, great for scraping, incredible jimping, great in multiple grips. Like, it's just fantastic, this knife. And these things are AUS 10 and yeah, like 60 bucks. And I beat this thing through a 2x8. Like, I have a video of that, and it holds up. This is actually in my final 16. Like, this is a knife I actually carry. I use it a ton. It is phenomenal. So, like, sub $60 for a triad lock, made in Taiwan, G10 handle scales. It comes with a clip on both sides. Phenomenal work knife. Like, I would argue best work knife that still is EDC, like, you know, in that it's really thin. If you want something a little bit beefier in the handle, go with a Voyager. But yeah, and you can't go wrong. You carry a Raja too? Okay, if you don't know, I don't even have mine right now. I lent it to someone, but the Raja 2 is like this big closed. It's 6.5 inches of blade. It's a folding sword. It's amazing. I don't know, can't we call it a knife? It's probably a sword, you know. Oh, I mean, 8010. I mean, I have two 8010s in there. 8010 is my favorite cold steel. It's not close. Ooh, Tony with an eye. 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. You're awesome. Don't forget, anybody who just got a membership, go over to the community section and fill out the Google form there so that you can win. You have till noon tomorrow to fill that one out. Oh, and since it is 9:30, we have another 13 minutes or so before we are going to do the drawing for today's live stream. I'm pretty sure we hit that 200 mark. Yeah, we're at 199. We're pretty much there. And so we will be giving away 2 different things. So, speaking of that, since we're kind of at that point, what are we going to be giving away? So I had some ideas, and then I decided that maybe we'd give some people some options. I have 2 mystery boxes that I fully packed already. Plenty of stuff, like way more than I would normally give if it was like a single item. But that's only if you're in the US. So the winners, it'll depend if you're in the US or not. I also have some cool stuff that I own, very high quality, that I haven't used in a long time. And I wanted to offer if people wanted to get these instead. And so I will talk about that real quick. So I have these really high quality sheaths. So these sheaths are made by Yellow Birch Outfitters. So Yellow Birch Outfitters made these for me. They're custom. I haven't worn them. If you watch my video on sheaths, I go through my journey of what I started with, and I tried different things and eventually ended up with a certain set of sheaths. Since using those, I have, like these over here, I haven't used any of these other sheaths, and they are lifetime, like absolutely will last you 20 years. So it seems silly that I have them. So I'm hoping that if you guys want, what I will do is I will let you choose one of the sheaths if you want to. So I have these from from Yellow Birch Outfitters. Jay is an amazing guy, by the way. If you ever go over there, just makes incredible products and just a really good human being. And also, I have one other thing. So I have this. This is a Jack's T from Tale of Knives. And this is one of two variations. I had one with a larger flashlight holder. But this one, I wouldn't even use. So I kept one, and this one is things. These are pretty expensive. Hold on one second. What's up?
Can you come up to my room and read to me?
Absolutely, in a little bit. You gonna hang up?
More. How much more longer? Just asking.
Is Mom here?
Yeah.
All right, go ask her, and I'll be up afterwards.
Oh, she already read to me.
All right, I'll be up there in a little bit, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
She's looking for Sam.
All right, we'll see you soon. All right. Hey, look. I'll tell you one thing. You don't get many years of that. Okay, you don't get many years of where they want you around. So take advantage. So after we're done, I think she'll be asleep, but I also spent some time with her before this. And she had her first rock candy today. So she had never had rock candy. She's like, I gotta try rock candy. She's been saying it for like weeks. So we went and we got rock candy today. So that was awesome. Yeah, it's awesome. So we're reading Harry Potter right now. We're in the, we're still reading The Prisoner of Azkaban. So we're not getting through that much each day. No, it's the best. It is absolutely the best thing ever. So yeah, so mystery, if you're in the US, mystery box is an option. And the reason that you can't do it if you're international is they're medium sized, and that would be like $80 to ship. So I kind of got to put a limit on that. However, if you're outside the US, I will discuss an email if you want to vary some things up, because like we said earlier, going to Canada, if we start with a knife and then you want to change it out to something else, we'll do that, because I don't want anything else to get lost. So another 9 minutes or so, guys. Make sure you get the Google form filled out. It is pinned in the live comments. All right. Sorry, live chat. All right. So there'll be two winners. One for just having us live stream, which we'll always do, and then one for hitting 200 watchers concurrently. And we've pretty much done that every single time. We've almost always had two. Would you recommend a Swiss Champ for the price? No, I think the Swiss Champ is pretty outdated, unless you live in Europe and that you're limited on what you can carry legally. So a Swiss Champ, it's, you know, it predated things like the Leatherman PST, right? And the Swiss Champ has a lot of functions, but they're not great from a size perspective. The quality of Victorinox is absolutely unquestioning, but I think over the 5-ounce mark is when you should start considering the plier-based multi-tool. That's my opinion. In fact, man, these questions line up really well with what my content is. So on Friday, you probably have already seen a premiere listing. I have my top 10 Victorinox knives coming out. The way I've done it is, I'm assuming you don't have a collection, and we're going to build it up from scratch. So like one item and then something complements to that, and so on and so forth. So some people love the Swiss Champ. I just don't see why anyone would buy the Swiss Champ when the Swiss tool spirit exists. That's what it comes down to. What? Did I just... Joe Tsai just gifted 50 memberships. Whoa, thank you. That's amazing. I don't know what to say. I'm wow, that's amazing. So yeah, a lot of people just got memberships for the first time. That's awesome. That's amazing. So Joe, you are the man. Thank you. That's a lot of people joining as channel partners. consider, if you've been gifted one, consider continuing it. That's all I ask. Thank you, Joe, for kicking that off. And don't forget to go over, when you're done here at the stream, go over to the community section and fill out the Google form so you can potentially win the Leatherman Skeletool packs. Crazy. That's Joe, that was just really kind of you, man. Thank you so much. That's a good question. I haven't been gifted a membership, so I don't know how you keep the membership going. It may have to, I don't know, how does that work? I think it maybe requests it or sends an email. I don't know. Does anyone know? Does anyone continue to membership once they've been gifted one? Because I've never done it. I would assume that you get some kind of notification, but maybe I'm not. Maybe you don't get any notification. I don't know. What if I bought it? I don't know what you mean. So like, if you have the little emblem, then you're already a channel partner. So you're good to go. I had to wait for it to stop and could continue next day. Okay. It expires and I had to go in and manually subscribe. Okay, so it's two separate things. So it's two separate things. So when it runs out, nothing happens automatically. You have to go in and subscribe or do the thing. Cool. All right. Good to know. It's good for me to know. Oh, it does send you an email. That's good. Good to know. Either way, thank you so much. I mean, that's crazy. The memberships are like $2. That was $100. Joe, thank you so much. That is really, really nice. I really appreciate that. Okay, please. You have 4 more minutes, and I don't go over even a second. So please make sure that you have filled out the Google Doc. Like, you have 4 minutes, and I will, to the second, I'm not going to include anyone. And every time we do this, somebody is late, and I end up having to like not call out all these names that could have otherwise had a chance. So make sure that you are filling out that Google form. Mike Harmon, thank you for joining as a channel partner. Awesome. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you, Tim. As always, you're the man. Casey Meredith, thank you for joining as a channel partner. By the way, just a reminder, in case it's misunderstood, the giveaway for the stream is not requiring you to be a channel partner. You don't have, anybody can win it. Okay, anyone. You just have to fill out the Google form. Being a channel partner gives you additional benefits. We're going to be doing some polls and some other things, but also it'll give you access to end of month giveaways like we're running right now with the Skeletools. So just make sure we understand. So you don't have to be a member to get the stream giveaways. You just have to be present at 9:45 and after you filled it out. I got to turn this off, make myself blind here. Bought an Arc today. How concerned do I need to be about getting the defective plier heads? The plier head is fine. And actually, the plier head on the Leatherman Arc is very strong. So they said when they first came out with the Free Series tools that the Leatherman Arc is the strongest, or sorry, the Free Series plier is the strongest plier. Even more so than the Surge, which could be possible. They had to sacrifice some shape in order to do that. The cutters, however, are the problem. And so here's the thing. You should use and abuse your cutters as much as possible because as of right now, Leatherman will not replace these cutters unless they are broken, which I think is dumb. But you should use it. Use it hard. And when they break, you'll get sent a new pair. They did send me a email after the video. And they said they would like to send me a new pair. So they did. And they were the non-curved cornered ones. They were straight. But then I was pretty excited that they were handling it. But then they said they're not replacing them unless they break, which is so dumb. Anyway, it's borrowing on their credibility again. So they're not scales, they're actually stickers. I found this guy on Instagram who can do these. These are super slick, and they have a bunch of different patterns. I wish he had either an all green or an all blue, like a dark blue. That would be sweet. So one more minute, get this stuff, get the form filled out, guys. One more minute, we're almost done. 15 seconds. It's a nice thing about having Atomic Watch is I'm like a millisecond off the time. They have all kinds of cool stuff on their website. I don't know if they do or don't have grips for firearms. I don't know. That would be cool though. That would be cool. Yeah. So, all right, we are done. With the Super Tool 300 and Charge Plus are still present. So yeah, the link that Tim just linked, those are some crazy prices for those tools, by the way. The stickers are textured. Yeah, you know, they feel like micarta. They're awesome. They're really kind of textured and kind of rough. They're really like fabric. Pretty cool. Do you know of a wide flat nose based multi-tool? Do you mean, when you say wide flat nose, do you mean a blunt nose? Because the MP600 blunt nose might be a good option. Okay. So let me go over here. So I'm going to use a different random number generator. I'm using random.org this time around. And so we're going to use that for the giveaway this time around. I'm hoping this will give an even better distribution than just like the random number generator built into Google. Who knows? All right, so let me check to see how many people got in after the time. Actually, no one. Nice. Everyone stopped at exactly that time. And 5 seconds to spare, Finn, whoever that is. All right. So 241, that's 240. So that's a lot of numbers. So hope people did not repeat. One second. No, everyone followed the rules. Looks like it. All right, cool. Let's fit this back. Okay. All right, 240. So 1 to 240. 41 to 2. All right, so let me go back here, see if we're ready. Ramsey Silent, thank you so much for the $5 donation. The cutters are how you use them. The far back is for wire stripping. People are baking cutters. They are not for wire stripping. That little curved corner is not for wire stripping. Not only is it listed not as that, I have confirmation from Leatherman themselves that it is not for wire stripping. Wire stripping is a different set of functions that are presented elsewhere on the Leatherman Arc. That curved corner is not for that purpose. Okay? Now, like so many things, you can use a knife for wire stripping. You can use a ton of different things for wire stripping. Doesn't mean that that was what it was designed for. Well, just for the second. All right, so nice. Let's go ahead and do our first drawing. So we'll do either mystery box, or you can pick from the, if you want to pick one of these sheets. By the way, all these sheets are like $150. Okay, I spent a lot of money on sheets. So you could pick those. We can pick a mystery box, and if those don't work, we'll find something else. Mind control. I wish, but no, I don't have that power. And if I did, I would be using it for something a little bit more productive, I think. Okay, so first winner, and we're going to do it again since I've always consistently doing on the third pull. Do that 1, 2, and 3. 159, 159. I have spots in front of my eyes from all of that, looking into that light. Okay. Winner is Ozzy Beltran. First name Ozzy. Is Ozzy here? See if Ozzy's here. Wait, just wait for a second. No, don't do congratulations till we sure they're here. Okay, he may not be here. So what we'll do is give it a few more another minute, and then I'll put a timer on. Okay. Nope. Don't see it. Ozzy, you here? Nope. Not here. All right, 1 minute. All right. It's only fair. Give a minute. Give a minute. All right, so let's say if I missed any other comments while we're working on this. The sheaths are wonderful. I'm telling you right now that the quality on the sheaths is super high. All made in the United States, USA made leather. It's just really good stuff. I feel bad having these really nice sheets just sitting around. We're gonna give them away for sure at some point. And I have, what's cool is I have like a left hand and right hand variety. So one for each person. Whoop, you found them? All right. Where's that? Where is it? Where is Ozzy? All right, there you go. All right, you're good to go. Let me just make a note here. Now, Ozzy, do you want the sheath or a mystery box? Do you want a sheath? You can pick the one you want. Or do you want the mystery box? And the mystery boxes have a ton of stuff in them. So a ton of different stuff. They all have at least one knife and a couple other things. So it's up to you. All right, where is it? All right, mystery box it is. So let me write this on. This one's Ozzy. Yeah. I can never find a pen. I have a billion tools on this desk and not a pen, of course. Here we go. All right, that one's going to Ozzy. All right, so next one up. Okay. One, 2, and 33. Number 33. One of the early people. All right. First name, James. YouTube profile, James Singer. James Singer. Now remember, every time we have a live stream, there will be at least a winner of something. Every time. If I didn't, I would never get rid of enough stuff fast enough. Oh, sweet. So James is here and he would like a mystery box. So we are good to go. All right. And I have that one over here. I just haven't closed it yet. All right. So we're ready to rock and roll. Awesome. So please, so everyone who got those, who joined as a channel partner, whether you were gifted or otherwise, please make sure that you go to the community section. I have a post that links to the giveaway for the Skeletool. Let me show you what we got here. Hold on a second. Let me go clean up in here. All right. So I went to, I got 10 of these when I went to Costco. They were like crazy on sale, super worth. Ooh, what am I doing? Over here. So over here, this actually has a Skeletool, a sheath, and the, what do you call it? Skeletool KBX. Great tools. Great tools. Actually, they made a nice little update with the bronze bushings in the Skeletool, which actually really am glad that they did that. So that's a really cool thing. So there's 3 of these that are going out. And this will run till tomorrow at noon. So you need to get in your entries to this one before tomorrow at noon. And you only need one, it's 1 entry per person. And I'm going to eliminate all of the entries that are duplicates, so don't do that. And then I'll confirm to make sure that they're actually channel partners. But yeah, make sure that you enter this. Yeah, and this is still international, by the way. All of these, if all of these go to Europe, I don't care. I don't care where they go. So anybody can win it. If you are a channel partner, you can win it. Yeah, don't spam the chat for sure. We actually, we've been actually really lucky. I gotta say, we've had a pretty good number of, all right. All right, well, we're gonna have a little pause there. So yeah, things are good. I think we're good to go on that. It's nice when we have everyone present, so that's always nice. Didn't have to redraw. If we want to have any other questions before I head out here, let's go ahead and get those in now, and I will try to do my best to answer those questions. So Kevin Anderson says, once you get a Leatherman, you won't regret it. I've had, my first Leatherman I got in 1999. It was the Leatherman Wave, the original. And if it was that experience that I had, which is what I want for everyone, then I would say yes. But I can tell you that over time, Leatherman has borrowed on its own credibility for whatever reason to cut corners. And so I think if you don't know better, I think you will in fact have a great experience with a Leatherman. But I worry because I have purchased 40 Leathermans in the last 24 months, 40. And half of them were unusable out of the box. So I'm praying that you guys get good ones. And I have heard they've improved a little bit. Like I haven't heard any major issues with the Arc outside of the cutter issues. So that's really good. But it's, you know, luckily they have an amazing warranty, like it's very good. And they still have that. So that's good. Yeah, 40 Leathermans. So when I criticize them, put that in the context. I give them thousands of dollars a year. Thousands of dollars a year. Okay? And so I'm being critical of them, but it's based on a lot of data points. And that's not just me. Like, I have a number of friends who are huge collectors, and between the four of us, it's about 200 units in a 2-year period. That's not a joke. And there's quite a few. I would say I think it works out to be about 25% have serious problems out of the box. I don't carry one. So no more giveaways tonight. If you are a channel partner, make sure that you go over to the community section and get your entry into that Google Doc for the giveaway that will end tomorrow. So just make sure you do that. They will. I really do believe they will get their act together. I think Leatherman has... Look, I'm critical of them because they still have a chance to do all the right things, right? Like, I don't even bother criticizing Gerber because, like, that's low-hanging fruit, right? Or SOG, which is even lower-hanging fruit. But, you know, Leatherman has... I'm critical of Leatherman because they're doing well, but they are a couple of bad steps from going down, and then they could also go up, too. So it's like, if it makes any impact, it's worth talking about, right? Oh yeah, speaking of Byberry, that's the last thing I will talk about. I just got this from Byberry. So I'm curious what you guys think. Is this the surge killer? It could be. I hate to say it. This could be the surge killer right here. Genuinely. And I say that because with 4 years of insurance, and I paid $10 for 4 years of basically unlimited coverage for this, it still came to like $42. So like $42, $43. It comes with spare cutters, bit kit, additional things, and it uses like a non-proprietary, bit system with all the basic components of a surge. At like that price, I mean, could it be a surge killer? It could actually be a surge killer. It could literally be game over. Between the fact that the cutters on the surge now suck, because I got 2 new ones and one of them does have the bad cutters, and the fact that the limited availability of the Leatherman bits, I think Leatherman's in trouble. And because they haven't made, like, if you really think about it, they haven't made a heavy-duty tool in 20 years, okay? The Surge and the Super Tool 300 are the last ones they made, and think about how long they've been around. They haven't come out with anything in that genre. I did a video on best flashlights under $50, but it's not based on brightness, it's based on certain functional aspects of those flashlights. So Ethan, I would take a look at that video, and I think you might find something to your advantage. I think between 50 and 100, you have to really know what you're looking for beyond just brightness, because brightness is a small factor in what you need. Like, how dispersed do you want the light, for instance? What's the concentration? And there's many other aspects, like, do you want it right angle? Do you want, tactical based tail switch? Do you want, all of these things? So check that video out. I have a variety of different selections, and all under $50, all pretty good. I mean, just imagine how much a 4.5 inch arc would cost in like a heavy duty variation. Like, that thing's going to be crazy premium, but maybe still worth it. So the Byberry is better because 2 reasons. Number one, you can buy it on Amazon with the insurance, which is huge. It means I could beat the crap out of this, break it in half, and they either send me a brand new one or give me the money back anytime within that 4 years. It's amazing, right? And they have good customer service. So that's the other half. They have insanely good customer service. From everything I've heard, People have had really responsive interactions with them. They've replaced things. And so they're my favorite from the representatives of the budget multi-tool genre. But like this tool is ridiculously good. It just, oh man, Leatherman's really in trouble. This tool, if as long as they can keep the 4-year insurance that you can buy through Amazon, I don't know. Because like think about it, you have 4 years, right? You're using it every day. Let's say you're using it like really tough and maybe you lose it. If you lose a Leatherman, warranty doesn't cover that, right? If you lose this, you're only out $45. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a tough sell for me, man. To go get a Surge right now when this thing exists, that's tough. All right, yeah, I gotta go too. I gotta go read a book. All right, so guys, as always, thank you so much for your time. We'll talk again real soon. There'll be a video coming out tomorrow. We're probably gonna do another live stream next week on Wednesday. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, it's gonna be good. I will try to let people know ahead of time. I need to come up with a schedule and when to let people know about when I'm going to be doing live streams. I'm going to work on that for sure this week. Maybe get that information out a little bit earlier, and I will be posting it on the community section of YouTube. All right. As always, guys, thank you for your time. Peace. If I can find the exit button.